Good morning. It's me, Eric. This is they're calling it a hot flow plus. So we're going to do things a little different. What that means is I'm going to do our core set sequence. I don't know how warm it is where you guys are, but Lindsay and I in here today, we got it at 90 degrees. So we're stoked. Like I said, this is your 60-minute set sequence, but I'm going to be doing add-ins, just little different things, but it's mainly the same thing. So we'll go for about an hour and 10, and I'll try to give you guys a little bit more of a Shavasana, but we're happy, we're stoked, and we're going to start out in child's pose this morning. So turn on your tunes, whatever you have, what works for you, and come and settle into your hot flow. Child's pose is with knees out wide, mat width distance. Toes come to touch, and just gently rest your glutes onto your heels. Let your core respond to gravity. Just let it go. Let the core fall between the thighs. And find that weight. Stretching arms long, palms go long, palms spread out wide. Maybe roll that third eye, that brow on your towel. That feels nice. And we're here mid-morning, still kind of on a wake up, whether you woke up 2 minutes ago and rolled onto the floor, or you've been up for a while. The body's still in its circadian rhythm here in the morning. And let the breath take over at this point. Take a nice deep inhale. Really expand the belly, the core, hold, exhale, let it go. Sigh it out. Nice deep inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. And then each exhale, let those fingers creep just a little bit more forward. Inhale. Now walk the right palm over, place it on top of the left palm, top of left corner of your mat. Exhale. Inhale for one more. Nice side body stretch to begin here in your child's pose. Exhale, walk it to the other side. Nice. And now slowly come up on your forearms on your next inhale breath. Come into a tabletop. And then just begin to take gentle movements. And those movements are going to lead us into our cat-cow. So inhale, gaze goes high. Arching the back, belly's down. Exhale, press through the palms. Cat. Inhale for the cow. And exhale, I like to flip my palms. Thumbs first pointing towards each other. And then I flip them, thumbs pointing away. It gets into that carpal tunnel, those forearm muscles, the wrist muscles, the hip crease. Then a little bit different this morning. Let's inhale our right arm forward, left leg back. So you're reaching and you're kicking. Take a nice inhale here. Stay for the exhale. And then reach that right arm back, grab the leg. Kick and look up just gently. Still pretty early here, we're just warming up. Inhale. Slowly come back to center. Take one more reach and push, and back to center. Neutralize the spine. Inhale, left handshake long, right foot pushing back. Try to keep the hips squared over the knee. On your next inhale, reach back. Kick and look high. Good, release. Back to center. Press the left palm center, inhale, right arm high. Really open that shoulder, and then exhale, thread the needle across. Gently resting the right ear. Then take whatever variation you like. I like a bind. So wrap that left hand, hip crease. You might go here if you want that inner thigh stretch to begin. Mine's a little tight this morning there. Did some bike riding yesterday, so I'm just gonna stay here. This feels nice. But use that wrapped arm to open up the chest. And then release the bind, bring the foot back, come back to center. Unravel the arm, inhale high. Exhale, plant the palm. Other side, inhale, left arm high. Exhale, weave through. Same place you went on the first side. And stay with the breath. The inhales for length. The exhales to deepen the twist. Extend the leg. And back to center. Release the foot. Plant the right palm. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palm. Take one round of cat-cow. Inhale, gaze goes high. Exhale, push it away. Cat, arch feet back. And then on your inhale, knees come off the ground. Lean about 2 inches forward. So you're on your tippy toes, you're on your palms, and stay for 3, breathing for 2, for 1. Press back gently into your downward facing dog. Pedal that out. Take whatever gentle stretches into the Achilles, the calf, that you need this morning. And then slowly walk, step forward. Walk those toes forward as you can to the back of the wrists. And let's take a halfway lift, hands to shins, and then an exhale. Let the head hang heavy, fingers to mat, dangling the head. And then just slowly shimmy the knees back and forth. Right to left. I like to clasp the back of my head in this posture. All right, let's put the left palm down to the mat, bending the left knee, reach the right arm high. Take the gaze high on an inhale. Keep that left knee can bend a little bit. You should feel that stretch in the right leg. Back down switch, so right knee bends, left arm goes high. Again, warming up here just a little bit. And on your exhale, take a slight crouch and curl, come all the way down. So bellies come to thigh. And then we're gonna take a Padahastasana. So we're gonna put hands cupping underneath the heels, sitting low. And on an inhale, lift the hips. So those forearms stay pressed, flush against the calves, and you're lifting. So use the breath here. Once you're at your edge, use your breath here in the interplay of inhale, exhale, at that hip crease and at the hamstrings. Inhale for length, exhale to hold. And then release the palms to mat. Straighten the legs. Shimmy back and forth a bit. And then all the weight into the heels. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come up. Slowly, hands come up all the way high. Exhale, Samastitihi. Revisit your intention. Nice deep inhale, filling the abdomen. Exhale. Let's do a couple Surya A's. So inhale, arms go high. Exhale, dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms in a plank. Bend the elbows 90, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, push forward, roll over the toes, thighs off the mat. Up dog, press back, downward facing dog. All right, 3 more rounds of that. Inhale, jump, hop, step forward. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms high. Dive down. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, go through your flow. Add push-ups. Do whatever you like. Through your flow in between each of these. And meet me in downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, jump, hop forward. Halfway lift, forward fold. Root to rise. Long thoracic stretch, shoulders. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, hands high. Forward fold, dive down. Long straight spine. Inhale. Exhale, go through your chaturanga flow. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, pulling forward. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. 1 more round. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, settle in your down dog. Inhale, jump, hop, step forward. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, forward fold. Spine is long, rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, exhale, palms to center. Inhale, palms high. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. And meet me in downward facing dog once more. However you get there. All right. Feeling warm over here. Inhale, jump, hop, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold. Root to rise all the way up. Clasping palms. High above the head. So I don't know if you can see, index fingers are pointed up, just like a rocket ship, and stir the air a little bit. Open up those side bodies. Use your shoulders. I like to use my shoulders to kind of pull up. I can feel it in my pelvis. I can feel it in my adductor tissues, the psoas. I can feel it all down through the abdomen. Setting up, inhale, gaze goes up and over to the first side. Try to keep the legs straight. Slight bend in the knees, okay. So bringing that hip crease forward. Inhales, you're pulling further out to the side. Exhales, deepening the curve in that hip crease. Nice, 1 more inhale breath. Really pull out. Find your edge. Stay down for the exhale. Inhale, lift. Use the core to come back to center. Neutralize, up and over. Other side, inhale. Over we go. Take 1 more long breath, really pull. Stay for the exhale. Core brings you up. Inhale, stir the air. And then your gaze goes high. Exhale, start that chest opening back bend. Your inhale brings you back up. Very hard for me to talk in that posture. Exhale, dive down all the way. Other Padahastasana, tuck the palms. Toes are on the wrist crease. Lean all the way forward and pull up. Inhale breath like a halfway lift. Exhale, now pull down. Pull the shoulders. Shoulders are away from the ears, elbows out to the side. We were just here, or at least a variation of here. Staying in the breath. Your exhale releases you. Come into a low lunge first, and then lower that back leg long. Lean forward over the knee. The knee is over the heel. Anjayanasana. So really pull those hips forward. The inner thigh. And then your breathing sequence over. Bring your head. Let it hang. We're going to take a little different variation here. So bring the palm inside the right foot crawls forward a little bit. So we're here in a lizard. And then you're going to engage the back leg. So back leg, you're on your toes, back leg is engaged. Option to lower onto those forearms. Lizard. So lean, use the toe to lean your crown forward. That right forward inner thigh is really engaged here. Slowly release the left and back knee to the mat. Crawl up onto your hands. And then reverse. So take that chest opener we just took. Just reverse that Anjayanasana into a chest opening back bend. You were just here. Exhale, palms come to center, a little different. Engage the back leg, come up. Hands come to heart center. Opposite elbow to outside opposite knee. Hollow out the core. Press the palms together a lot. Gaze goes high. Gentle twist. For 3, 2, 1, palms back to the mat and jump, hop, switch out, other side. So here we are, pull that left knee forward on an inhale, over the ankle. The back leg is long. Feel that stretch before we set up for lizard here. Good, palm comes to the inside of the foot. I like to crawl my foot forward with the toes, engage the back leg. I'll do it from the side. Engage the entirety of the back leg. Lean forward. And then option lower down if you want more onto those forearms. Crown is long, keep it long. Neck is up, engage, shoulders away from the ears. Such a good stretch. And then lower that knee to the mat, crawl the hands back in. Palms come in and reverse. Chest opening, back bend. Try to lower those hips a little bit on each inhale and exhale. Come forward, plant the palms. Come to a low lunge. Palms to heart center, and then elbow outside knee. Really pressing into those palms, gaze goes high, keep the back leg engaged. Exhale, let go, palms come to center, and then simply step your toes to meet each other, middle of the mat. Slowly root to rise through the heels, hands come high. And then slowly sit back gently into your chair as your biceps are parallel with your ears. Weight is all the way back into your heels for your Utkatasana. Hollowing out the core. On your inhale, come up an inch. Exhale, lower down 2 inches and hold. Inhale, root to rise slowly through the heels. Palms stay. parallel with the earth. Whew. Come up onto those toes. So all the weight is now into the balls of your feet. Then slowly lower down. Pushing into the balls of your feet, come back up. And heels drop. Now, thighs come together. Toes are about 6 inches apart. If you want more, bring them closer. And then slowly, once again, down we go. This one we go almost off, we go all the way down, just about an inch off of our heels. On an inhale, come up an inch. Go down an inch. If you want more, you want to test your balance. Up and down, up and down. Inhale, press, and rise. Arms come high, backs and palms touch. Right arm goes underneath left. Take that wrap. Elbows come up, shoulder height. Exhale, sit down. Wrap that leg up and over. Here is fine, or if you want the full bind, come here and then sit up straight. Stay here or take an eagle, or sorry, nest your eagle. Elbows stay high. Slowly come up if you're in a nested eagle and release. Other side. Sitting up straight, spine is tall, elbows are shoulder height. Releasing your eagle slowly. If you're in that nest, come up. Backs of palms touch. Swan dive it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go through your chaturanga. Meet me in downward facing dog so we can flow a little bit. All right. Nice inhale, breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee to right shoulder. Inhale it high. Exhale to elbow. Inhale it high. Exhale to wrist. Inhale it high. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, back leg, foot is at a 45. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bend the knee a little bit more. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Your exhale, bend your knee a little bit lower. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hot triangle. If you want, take that bind. Wrap the arm around the back, see if you can grab the wrist. Or stay in hot triangle. Release back to hot triangle just for a breath. Use the core, come up, reverse. Keep the warrior two legs. Stretch, reach. That side body, exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Go through your chaturanga flow. Option for Ekapada. Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale and crunch to elbow. Exhale to wrist. Inhale to step it through, warrior one. Use the core, come up. Find your shape. Inhale through the fingers, exhale, bend the knee. Once more, inhale through the fingers, bend the knee a little bit more, pressing on the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Ball of the front foot, outer edge of the back foot. Take an inhale. Inhale, reach forward and bend. Take the full bind or half bind if you did the first side. Inhale, reverse. Bend another inch in the front knee. Hold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cartwheel it out. Downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach forward and bend at the waist. Hot triangle. Trikonasana. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Peel the shoulder open. Tuck the hip. Inhale, use the core, reverse. Reach. Exhale, toes point forward. Star pose. Wrists line up with the ankles. Inhale as you clasp below the sacrum. Pull the shoulders back and down. Exhale, nice long bow forward at the waist. Come down. Palm grip comes up and over the shoulders, over the head. Inching the hairline towards the mat. Find your edge. All the weight is in the front foot. Exhale, hands come to mat. Grab outside arches of the feet. Take an inhale and look up, lean up. And then exhale, pull yourself down. Pull down on the feet. Pull down on the forearms. Pull down on the head. Inhale back to center. Right palm plants. Breathe that hand high. Take the wrap today. And then on your exhale, grab opposite ankle. Feel that nice twist. Our weight here is still distributed forward. Release. Palm for one breath to center. Inhale that right palm high. Take the wrap as you go down. Exhale. Grab the opposite ankle. Release. Palms come to center. Now take the palms, place them on your hips. And stay here. Stay with that long half lift. The crown is forward. Weight is in the balls of the feet. For 3. Stay with your breath. Now inhale. Use the core. Come up. Take a quarter twist to the front. Parsva Tanasana, so set up for pyramid pose. Ankles are in one line. Arms come high, hollow out the core. Down we go, lean forward into the front foot. Hands can come to either side of that front foot, but we're pulling the hip, we're pulling the forward foot hip back. Slight bend in the front knee spine. Hairline can come to the top of the shin. enjoy this posture. When I find my balance, I like to reach my hands back behind my knee and clasp there. I get a little bit more out of this posture. It's sort of a balance in addition to a nice stretch. Wherever you are, palms frame that front foot. Use the core and the ball of the front foot to power yourself up. And then we're going to shift forward and fly. Arms are forward, engage the entirety of the back leg as you lift through the inner thigh. Lean down, go forward into a warrior three. Kicking that imaginary wall behind you, reaching that basketball forward. For 2, 1, fly the arms in Dekasana. A little bit different today, pay attention. Palms come to center. And then if you can, come into an Ardha Chandrasana. So reach the hand down to the floor. Back leg is still high. Arm goes high. If you want more for that extra challenge, maybe the hand comes off the mat. And then both hands come to mat. Head comes forward. Standing splits. That leg is still high. It's burning. For 3, 2, 1. Toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Go through your flow. And meet me in a down dog again. For the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one. Pressing through the front ball. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten that leg. Reach forward. Go down. Staying in a nice flat plane. So that front hand can be on the shin, it can be on the ankle, it can be on the toes. Just keep the shoulders peeled, the hip tucked underneath. And that forward leg hip socket is creased. Inhale, reverse. Come up. Take your reverse triangle long. And then exhale into a goddess pose. So feet are out wide, ankles, and let's take a couple shoulder dips. Shoulder dips work great. They're counter postures for all those chaturangas we just did. Kind of some lateral stretching. And then sit up straight. So spine is long, hands to heart center. And let's take that deep lion's breath. Lindsay and I in here are more than 6 feet apart. Inhale, exhale it out. Sit lower on the last two. Hands to heart center. First heel lifts, pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both for 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2, 1. Heels down, rise up, and set up pyramid. Other side. Quarter turn. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, get long through the crown and down, pulling the left hip, what is my left hip, back. Take one more inhale. Deepen for the exhale. Pressing through the front foot, using the core come up on an inhale. Setting up for warrior three. Weight shifts forward and fly. Reaching and using the lifted inner thigh to lift that back foot. Fly your arms to Dekasana. Hands come to heart center. Keep lifting that leg. Left arm down, right arm goes high. Half moon. Palms come to the mat. Lift that left leg, or the other leg. For 3, 2, 1. Toes come to touch. Slowly lower down, bend the knees, lift the heels. Lock the elbows around the knees. Give yourself a deep hug while you balance. Drink of water, half time. Whew, how you guys doing so far? All right, in a few minutes here, I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay, but before then, let's meet, center the mat, standing heels, equal balance, equal alignment. Let's just stand in Tadasana here, find our center, shoulders are relaxed, you're at that carrying angle that's natural. Close the eyes, take a nice deep inhale, breath as you push through the heels. And then exhale, let it go. Now shift the weight, lift that first side. You can stay here, you can clasp here. Stand up tall, find your nice posture here, shoulders are tall. And then if you'd like, today I'm gonna go here with you. And then next one. And I've got 2 mats piled on each other and it's a little bit squishier under my foundation today. Take that look to the raised hand. Slowly guiding back to center. Switch the grip into a dancing Shiva posture. I promise I'm not using a wall. Standing up straight, engaging that standing leg, and then release, hands come high. Let's pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Back to that nice Tadasana. Ah, yeah. Exhale. Weight shifts other side. Lift. Stand up nice and tall. Clasping. Finding that balance. Finding that long spine. And then if you did so on the first side, slowly back to center, switching the grip. Back to center for pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadasana. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears and forward, roll forward. Exhale out, back up and around, inhale. Exhale and back. Dancer pose, so shifting the weight, other side again. Arm comes out, grabbing the inside of the lifted foot, zipping the thighs first. And as you reach, kick. Kick at the same time. Reach and kick. Don't stop kicking. Find that non-moving object out in front of you and hold and breathe. Next inhale, come up. Neutralize, shift your weight other side. And kick. Ooh. And come up. All right, Tadasana once more. Inhale and exhale. Other foot comes up. First side. And put it on the inside of the thigh. Here's your spine. Let's do that today. Above the knee, and that squishy, nice into that inner thigh. And then once you're there, palms to heart center. And then take your mudra, wherever you'd like today. Maybe you're closing the eyes. All right, trees, bring those limbs back down from blowing in the wind. Heart center, release the leg, shift the weight. And second side, wherever the foot was on the first side. Square those hips, shoulders align, hands to heart center. Find your form, find your shape, and then move on. All right, hands back to center. And release mindfully to a mat distance. So staple those edges down with your feet. Take a nice long spinal inhale, hands come high. Exhale, take a squat. Elbows inside the knees, pushing out, knees pushing back in. It's that push-pull. And as that's going on, lengthen through the crown as you tuck the tailbone and pelvis. Bring it forward and under. So today, let's take the first palm outside the knee, lift the arm high, and then if you'd like, follow me today, take a wrap or a bind. So one hand comes around the knee, other behind the back, and then begin really opening up that shoulder. Gaze is high. Really hard to talk right now in this posture. Release, back to center. Neutralize, other side. Arm comes out first, hand is high, then take the bind and the wrap. So you're still opening up that non-bound leg, right? There's still a thigh, there's still an adductor tissue. It's almost like that same sensation as a Baddha Konasana. Back to center, pressing outward through the knees, and then gently sit back and find your boat. Boat. So your boat can be here today or join me. Spine is long, sitting up nice and straight. Arms are straight out, legs are straight out. And we're gonna hold here. And just breathe. Now lower down from boat to canoe. So legs are long. You're on your sacral plane. Shoulders are way off the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, shaky at 1. And then lower without letting your head come to the mat. Your shoulder plane is still off the mat. Legs are still in a boat. And then diamond shape the legs, and then we're just gonna do simple crunches here. Elbows coming up to knee, shoulders stay off the mat. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now yogi bicycles. Elbow to opposite knee, shoulders off the mat. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Head goes back to mat. Lift the legs high. Keep them straight and long like a waterfall. And then we're going to slowly scissor down a third, and then down to hover, up a third, or half, I guess, and then all the way up, down a third, down to hover, halfway up, all the way up. We got 2 more. Halfway down, hover, halfway up, all the way up, last one. Hover, 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 halfway, almost there, up, legs, feet to glutes, and then however you meet me there, come into a high plank. You can roll forward, into a high plank, the shoulders stacked over wrist, lower the booty down, crown is long, lean forward a little bit on the toes, and then we're going to take half plank. So first side, you can come here, stacking the foot on the lower foot, lifting that arm high. If you want more, take that leg high, gaze can go high. I think this is Vashisthasana, maybe. Lowering it down, switch sides, give the other side some love. Very good, lower down. And then forearm, come into forearm plank. Belly is hollow, arms are spread wide, hands are wide for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna let Lindsay take it away from here. Take a nice belly shavasana while we swap it up. All you.
All right. Have your ear down on the mat. Feel your belly inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your chest to the mat. Bend your arms and bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Staple all 10 toes onto the floor. Either your heels are together or hip width apart. And on your next inhale, begin to peel your chest up. Little to no weight on your hands. Leaving your toes down onto the floor. With every inhale, lift up. And exhale, stay. One more inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Opposite ear to the mat. Straighten and lower your arms to your sides. Chin to your mat, Shalabhasana. Interlace your hands just below your sacrum. Straightening out your arms or to what feels comfortable for you. Again, heels together or hips width apart. Begin to inhale, peel your chest up once again. Broadening through your collarbone. If your lower back feels good, go ahead and begin to lift up through your heels. Inhale, chest lifts. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Lower down, opposite ear to the mat. Straightening and releasing your arms. Floor go, chin to the mat. Bend your knees. Clasp on the outside of your ankles. Finding your position here, your knees are going to be either together or hip width apart. Inhale, begin to kick into your hands, peeling your chest up from the floor. Gazing down your nose, leaving your lower back long. Inhale, kick. And exhale, release all the way to the mat. Windshield wiper your feet, your heels back and forth, releasing your lower back. And when you're ready, begin to push into your hands, bringing your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Stay for a couple of inhales and exhales here, finding that release in your lower back. And when you're ready, begin to push up. Bring your knees toward the front edge of your mat. Heels just on the outside of your hips. And begin to sit between your heels. If you have any knee challenges, go ahead and put a pillow or a towel underneath your hips. Hands down behind your hips and lift your chest up to the sky. Stay here or come down to your elbows. Keeping your chest lifted, your gaze lifted. Stay here or come all the way down to Supta Virasana. Clasping either elbows, lifting your chest. Check in with your knees, making sure that they're pointing in and down. Last breath here. Begin to come out the way that we came in, coming up onto your elbows first, if you went all the way down, then to your palms. Bring your hands in front of your knees, finding a tabletop position, and just begin to stretch out your ankles here, kind of rocking back and forth, toes on the floor, switching out your legs, finding that blood circulation once again. And come to the top of your mat. Your knees are going to be on the ground, hips just above the knees. We're going to find camel pose here. Inhale, your gaze up, your chest lift, hands to the lower back. You may stay here or continue to reach your gaze across the ceiling. Full position, either reach down to your heels or stay where you are. Wherever you are, do not forget to breathe. Lift your chest up, push your hips forward. Slowly and mindfully begin to come up, hands on your lower back. Stitch your hips onto your heels. Gentle twist here. Bring your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Take it to the other side. Right hand on the outside of your left knee. looking over your left shoulder. Coming back to center and find downward facing dog. Inverted V shape, hips high. Notice how your downward dog feels a little bit different in this part of your practice. Begin to lift up your right heel up and back, bending at the knees, stacking your right hip above your left. Take a wild thing here if that's in your practice. Begin to come onto the blade of your left foot, dropping your right foot behind you, lifting up through the hips, lifting through the heart center, replacing your right hand onto the mat. Begin to bring your head back over and pigeon pose. Right knee meets your right wrist. Either bringing your heel in towards your hip for a little bit less of a stretch, out more towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up your chest. And exhale, begin to lower down. Chest to the floor. Finding that nice opening in your right outer hip. Maybe finding a pillow with your wrists. Take a moment to pull your right hip back to the back of the mat and your left hip toward the front of your mat and down. Sending your breath toward your hips, towards your knee. Begin to lift up your chest, palms in front of your knee or your ankle. Press up, lift your right leg up and back, finding that open hip once again, and replacing your right to meet your left foot. Left heel up and back, opening up the left hip, kicking your booty with your left heel, left hip stacking over the right. If you did on the other side, come onto the blade of your right foot and find your wild thing, replacing your left foot behind you, lifting up through the chest, lifting up through the heart. And come back around, lifting up through the left heel, swinging it up and forward, pigeon pose on your left side. Again, less of a stretch, bringing your left heel to meet your right, or more of a stretch out parallel. Inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, folding forward. Finding that release that you did on the other side. This side might feel a little bit different, it does for me. Pulling your left hip back and down, your right hip forward. Sending your breath to those tight places. And release, rising up, pushing into your palms, lifting up. Bring your left heel up and back once more. And find your downward facing dog. Oh, what am I doing now?
You're good.
Okay.
All right.
And Eric's coming back to you guys.
All right. Let's take that right leg high from downward facing dog. I think you're still in downward facing dog, so right leg high. And then we're going to come forward into that pigeon once more. Set the pigeon and then rotate facing behind you, 180 degrees. So the foot is on the inner thigh, sitting up straight, inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Keep this knee down as much as you can. And then today, because this is we're giving you that hot flow plus today, we're gonna take a little variation. So grabbing with the arm opposite and outside of the foot. And then take the other arm and come inside and grab the other thigh. So you're pulling your gaze under, and this palm is on the back glute. Slowly try and open up that posture too, widening the sitting angle in your thighs as you pull opposite. And then release, come back to center, slowly come back up, and plant a palm behind you, lift through the core, reach as far as you can. Back to downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Exhale, knee comes into a pigeon before we rotate. Now rotate. Opposite foot inside the thigh. Sitting up straight, inhale. Lean forward with that hand, that opposite hand outside of the foot. And find that position first. Then pull the back, bent knee back just a little bit and thread the arm under and through, gaze goes high. Parigrasana, maybe? Parigrasana? Nice stretch. Releasing back to center, rolling up. And then planting that back hand. Lifting up through the core, use the knee, reach. And then spin forward on your knee, bringing that first foot outside the knee. I'll face forward a little bit easier, I think, on this one. So find your sit bones. Back, right arm plants. Inhale. And then exhale, elbow outside the knee. Use that lever to push up. Inhale to the crown. And then your exhales you're using to twist, to clockwise your gaze. Inhales for length. Exhales to twist deeper. Release that. Gentle twist. And then simply switch out the legs. Opposite side, planting your palm. Finding your sit bones planted firmly. Moving back forward to center. Gentle twist. And then release those legs long. Sitting up straight. Breathe the arms high. Lean forward. Lean the thoracic long, the crown, everything. Get way past your heels if you can. Pulling forward. Thoracic is long, crown is long. Then exhale at that hip crease. Inhale, pull the hairline forward. Stay down for the exhale once more. Inhale, slowly rise up. And then crawl your glutes forward, top of the mat, right behind the heels, and lower down. All right, I think we have time for two back bends here. So let's take bridge first, or you can do wheel on both if you'd like, but we'll do a bridge and then we'll hit a wheel. So pushing through the heels, lifting the abdomen, pushing through the shoulders, and walk those shoulders in. Stay for the exhales at the top. Inhales, pull the belly button higher. Slowly lower down. Glutes come in as close as they can to heels for wheel. Try and keep you through wheel. So bringing palms flipped outside the ears. You're going to push through the heels, through the feet, balls of the feet, push through the palms, and lift. Weight shift forward. Slowly lower back down. And lower into your happy baby. So you just compress the spine through. The two back bends. Now we're neutralizing and bringing it back the other way for this happy baby. Releasing those legs a little bit. Keep the sacrum flat on the floor. Let's eventually make your way up the ankle, up the feet. Let that left leg go long, grabbing on your shins. They start at the bottom of the shin and pull up. Pull the knee up into the armpit on an inhale. Exhale, pull out and down from the intercostals. As we cool down, gently guide that knee across the core, the center line of the body, into the supine twist. Shoulders stay pinned to the floor. Take the gaze opposite direction from the knee. Slowly back to center. Find that happy baby and take it. Just make your baby happy. Kicking a couple times. Release and neutralize the spine and let your other leg go long. Same motion, same setup. Inhale the knee high. Exhale out and around the intercostal. Okay, tracing across the body, that other knee, the bent knee traced across supine other side. Keeping the shoulders pinned. And then slowly come back to center. Briefly happy baby. Once again, neutralizing that spine, that spinal twist. And then breathe down into your sacrum, pressing into the ground as you straighten and lock out those knees, pressing the feet high into the ceiling for waterfall. You may stay here. Take that shoulder stand if you'd like. Careful to not crunch the cervical spine. This is all in the shoulders. Sending blood back down to our head. If you'd like, come into a plow. And then take deaf man's pose. Knees, side of ears. Slowly, gently coming back out. Use the shoulders. Final engaged posture, come into fish. So diamonding the palms underneath the sacrum. And then on an inhale, lift off the ground. Let your head hang. Exhale it out. Pushing on the elbows and the forearms. And then let it go into your Shavasana, final posture. Relax the legs, the feet, relax the fingertips. Relax the chest, thumb. Slowly coming up to a gentle seated position if you'd like, or otherwise, just feel free to stay in Shavasana today. This is your practice. Taking a nice, comfortable Sukhasana posture, whichever that is for you. And hands come to center. Arms gently to third eye. The light and energy in me honors the light and energy and devotion in each of you. It's been an honor and a privilege to cue you through this practice today. And I hope to see each of you again soon. Namaste.